Chapter 5. What are the pitfalls and mistakes to avoid on the path to becoming a millionaire? One of the greatest pitfalls is listening to people who are not millionaires, and this includes your own internal voices. Negativity cannot tell you how to succeed. Neither can skepticism or cynicism. The world is full of skeptics, naysayers, and cynics. They can always tell you what to avoid and why something won't work out, but they can never tell you how to develop loving relationships, optimal wellness, or economic freedom. They can never tell you how to multiply the value of the money you already have. And they can never tell you how to escape your role as a commodity in an economic system that has no interest in your freedom or independence. Don't let them drain your energy. Don't let dream thieves steal your future. Be alert for people who sap you of energy. Get out of their negative energy orbit as fast as you can. Ensure your own intentions are not conflicting. If you attempt to achieve two things in conflict with each other, feeling comfortable and trying to become financially free, for example, it's likely you won't achieve either. Having more free time is likely to conflict with the work you need to experience wealth. Once you become a millionaire, you can choose to have as much free time as you wish, but on the journey, you must commit all your spare time to the journey itself. Another pitfall is not moving from mindset to mind flex. You must learn to fertilize your mind with new and relevant information. This leads to growth, new ideas, new environments, new feelings, new meanings, new understanding, and new breakthrough moments. Mindset is connected to the consumption money code and keeps your upper financial limits in place. Mindflex is connected to the enterprise money code and dissolves your upper limits. It breaks through income barriers so you can achieve as much freedom as you like. Another pitfall is not getting crystal clear about what you want. This is a must. Write it down in concise, tangible, and accurate language, and write it down as though it's already happened. When you do something you love doing, there's less resistance to doing it. Becoming financially free is ultimately more effortless than doing something you don't like doing. However, this is not generally how you'll experience it. Most people experience what they do now as reasonably effortless. This is because the brain has created mental shortcuts called habits. Once something becomes a habit, it's effortless. The daily grind is habitual, and starting out on your journey of freedom is not yet habitual, so it seems like it's hard work. This creates a disconnect between where you are and where you want to be. It results in most people failing to apply the necessary repetition to enable new results to emerge. Another pitfall is misunderstanding about time. It's critically important to realize, while you don't actually know how much time you have available in this life form, for every hour you do something you don't like doing, you have to sacrifice an hour of your total life's time in order to do it. Don't persist with doing something you don't like doing. Continuing to do so is craziness of conventional wisdom. It's possible to make enough money out of just about anything when you apply the right energy to the creative ideas of the enterprise money code. Don't forget about the other areas of your life. Your health and relationships should remain a high priority. How many times do you hear about wealthy people destroying their careers by doing something really stupid or ending up with poor health or a failed relationship? Another pitfall is listening to experts who hide their results because they're the opposite to what they say or sell. They're experts at telling you what you want to hear, not necessarily experts at helping you get to where you want to go. There's a lot of experts who will happily take your time and money without regarding the important outcomes you want for yourself. You must develop some way of filtering in genuine support and filtering out disingenuous selling. Protect yourself against false starts and dead ends that cost you precious time and money, which you can never regain. The process of becoming a millionaire is a 5-stage process of: number 1, learning relevant information. Number 2, application of that information. Number 3, result from that application. Number 4, develop more effective feedback criteria to better interpret results. And number 5, make adjustments where necessary and repeat the process. Success means cycling through these 5 stages by repeating them over and over until you get to your end goal. It requires persistence. Never give up. One of the biggest mistakes you'll make is trying to become wealthy too quickly or trying to take shortcuts. If you attempt shortcuts, you'll guarantee failure. This is because you can't build enterprise freedom on emotional and psychological foundations based in the consumption money code. You must rebuild new foundations that make the consumption money code obsolete. If you don't, you won't get the results you want. You cannot build enterprise on foundations designed for a commodity existence. Always remember that you are not your mistakes. In fact, mistakes are encouraged because it means you're applying what you're learning. You're putting something into action. Oscar Whittle noted that mistakes are simply the name we give to experience. Learn from your mistakes because they're truly the greatest sources of learning. Treat them as feedback, move forward and improve, tweak, adjust, and refine things that don't go exactly to plan. The best way to avoid costly mistakes is to work with a mentor who has the results you want for yourself. While they understand the value of mistakes, they help protect you from the costly mistakes of both time and money you cannot recover from. Another pitfall is entering commercial transactions without fully understanding your risk. You must analyze the potential downside of any transaction. This is the amount you could lose in a worst case scenario. Always have an exit plan and don't overextend yourself. Don't design your way into something you cannot design your way out of, given a worst case scenario. Another pitfall is asking for and accepting advice. I know this may seem strange, but I think it's important not to take advice from anyone. The problem with advice is that you may not know whether it's serving you to your highest good or the highest good of the person offering you the advice. You won't know if it's biased towards them and not you, whether it's limited and whether it's self-serving for them and not you. The better angle to take is to ask for information, knowledge, and learning. And it's important to get as much of this as you can. Once you've got your initial information, ask around and get more information. Evaluate what you're learning and make decisions based on effective criteria. It's hard to get away from the advice trap at first because people are so indoctrinated with the need to seek advice. But if you appreciate what I'm really saying here, you'll understand that in terms of financial freedom and independence, self-education, self-knowledge, and self-learning are a million times more valuable than advice. If you want to become independent, you must always be in control of your outcomes and never hand control over to others. You are the only one that has your best interest at heart. Despite what anyone else says, you must always exercise control over the pathway you take. Be wary of partnerships. Make sure you outline your responsibilities and agree on a method of termination and arbitration should things go pear-shaped. If you adopt a handshake, she'll be right mate approach, you find that the enterprise you do together is likely to be expensive and traumatic. One of the greatest challenges will come from trying to break away from your familiar ways of being and trying to break away from the comfort of your thinking and feeling. Breaking away from those around you is hard, so you must steel your focus. Veto anything that distracts from the quality and quantity of the energy you bring to your own personal transformation. If you cannot break away, you won't be able to form new and more effective habits.